Gentlemen, Enrico Galliera, Senior Vice President, Commercial and Marketing.
Bonjour Paris, buongiorno. Good morning everybody and welcome to the Ferrari press conference. A love affair. The video that we introduced before the press conference is showing the strong connection that there is between Ferrari, France, Paris and the Paris Motor Show. In fact, here in the history of the company, we came to officially introduce in the market some of the most iconic cars ever developed by Ferrari. And today, we are going on this history. Today again, we are here to officially introduce in the market not only one car, but a series of new cars. And that's why, and this is probably the first time in the recent history of the company, this is the reason why all the cars on the stand are covered. Because every single car has a story to tell that I would like to share with you in the next minute. Starting from something that is a completely new car, the new GTC4Lusso T. This is not just the GTC4Lusso with a new engine. This is a completely new concept of car. And this is coming from the fact that we discovered there was a number of clients that were looking for something different, that were looking for the same emotion to drive a Ferrari, which is sporty and versatile, but at the same time specifically designed to be driven every day. And that's exactly what we are doing with the GTC4Lusso. Why can we do it? And again, this is the first time in the history of the company that we introduce in the market a four-seater with an 8-cylinder engine. And the reason is behind the recent development of our technology. Because this car is using the new 8-cylinder turbo engine, the engine that has been awarded as best in the world recently, that is allowing us to deliver a different pleasure, emotion to drive. And this is specifically linked to what we call the variable boost management, which is a simple way to say that the new turbo engine, thanks to the high revs, high power that is delivered at low revs, is allowing to drive and get the best acceleration in every different condition. So even in the city center, allowing you to drive the car in every day. At the same time, because of the positioning of the car, everything has been done in order to maximize the experience on board, the comfort, and the experience of luxury. Everything has been redesigned, and I think it's worth mentioning something that is specifically for this concept, which is the dual cockpit, which means that we give the opportunity to both the driver and the co-driver to experience the pleasure of the emotion that the car is able to deliver, and also the new touchscreen, which is a 10.25 inches touchscreen that has been introduced on this car. Again, with the objective to further improve the comfort on board. And then some elements that are connected to what you feel when you drive the car. And so the aerodynamics and the handling. The car is delivered with a 2 rear-wheel drive coupled with a 4-wheel steering. The end result is a very agile and with a high and quick response car, again, delivering a completely different experience to drive. Of course, everything has been done to achieve what we call the best-in-class performance in the segment. Every number that is representing this car is setting the benchmark for the segment. 610 horsepower, 760 Newton meter, already delivered at 3,000 RPM, makes elements. They are elements that are achieving or giving us the possibility to achieve stunning results like the 0-100 kilometer in 3.5 seconds. Now, we could talk long about the car, but I think the best way to represent the car is to show you the car. So I will ask my colleague to join me on the stage to unveil the car. Signore e signori, del GTC4Lusso T. Now, of course, the best way to see a car is to look at the car on a static display, but I think that the best way is to look at the car in a dynamic representation. The GTC4Lusso T, the other side of driving. But as we said, we have many news, so we have to go on. We cannot stop here. And we do have a second important news. There is something important to mention that maybe many of you already know, is that the next year is going to be a very important year. And together with all the product range that today we are featuring, which I would say is probably the strongest ever product range of the company that is able to satisfy every different need from different clients. As I was saying, next year is also an important year for the company because we are celebrating the 70th anniversary of the company. So it's not a standard year for us. It's a year in which we are willing to create many different events, many different activities, many different cars that are going to help us to celebrate this important moment. And what you are looking now on the screen, which is unveiled for the first time, is the official logo that we will use throughout 2017 to celebrate this important event. And this logo will also be used on the car that we will produce to celebrate this important event. Now let's see very briefly what we are planning to do. First of all, it will take too long to go through the whole list of events. We are going to have, as I was saying, a very long list of events throughout the world and in Maranello, in which we will gather all the Ferraristi, all the people that are having a connection with our brand to celebrate with us this important moment. But, and it's displayed over there, We will also have a limited edition model, the LaFerrari Aperta, that is going to be used to celebrate the 70th anniversary, but I will come back on the subject. Last but not least, there have been some rumors on the market, but today we officially present the project. We are going to have a certain number, exactly 350 cars, unique cars, that are going to be used again to celebrate the anniversary. How? Some time ago we started to select the 70 most iconic liveries of the history of the company. Every livery has been applied on the model range we have. 70 multiplied 5 makes 350. So we will produce and deliver 350 unique cars developed throughout our Tailor Made program that are going to be used to celebrate 70 different liveries and iconic liveries of the company. All the cars have been already sold out, and we just need to produce and deliver. Now, what I would like to do with you is to go through a very short journey to show you only 5 of the 70 liveries, it will take too long to go through, that we selected to be brought here in Paris. Starting from the first one, and then we have to move to the extreme left. The first one is what we call the Steve McQueen. It has been developed on a California team. This car takes inspiration from the 250 GT Lusso. The car is probably one of the most elegant Ferrari ever made by the company, which was owned by Steve McQueen. Then, completing this small journey, we have to move to the center of the stage, where we decided to bring a very nice and special liveries, which is taking inspiration from the 365 V2. We call it the Dream Jewel, please. The car won Caravani 9 hours in 65 and 66, and is delivering some nice elements, like, for instance, the seats that are featured in 2 different colors. But many elements on the car are really special and celebrating the 80th anniversary. Then please follow me, because we're moving to the other side of the stand. And I would like to introduce you the third iconic liveries. It's what we call the Steely, please. It has been now here presented on the F12 Berlinetta. It's inspired by the 250 GP Berlinetta short wheelbase. Why the Steely? Because this car was driven by Steely Moss and won 3 times in 1961. So a livery with a big history. Now, the last one here on the stage, but we have a 5th, which is in the back of the stand. It was necessary. We thought that it was mandatory to have a livery that was celebrating our racing history, the Formula 1. And this car has a special history with us, because it's what we call, please, the Schumacher. Please unveil it. Why the Schumacher? Because the liveries that have been applied to the 488 takes inspiration from the F2003 GA, the car that was driven by Michael Schumacher that won both the championships. So their liveries with a very important history. Now, we also have a 5th one that I would like to show. I would like to show you only the inspiration car, which is the 365mm Pininfarina Spider. We call it the White Spider. This livery is now available on the stand, applied on the 488 Spider, which is in our Tailor Made department. So you have to come and visit us if you want to touch and see from real also this fantastic iconic car. Now, many things are happening here on the stand, and many activities. The last one is, again, another important news. This is not completely new, because we released some pictures recently, but maybe it's worth mentioning a few words about the car, because what we are going to unveil for the first time this is the worldwide presentation of the car, is the new LaFerrari Aperta. This car is the fastest Spider ever produced by the company. And it's a limited edition car, produced in limited number, very limited number. Everybody wants to know what is the number, and we will tell you the number. The number is 209. Why 209? Because 200 are client cars, already sold out. And 9 are going to be celebratory cars that we will keep in the company throughout the whole 2017 and are going to be used as iconic cars in our event throughout the world. Now, the challenge of this car has been, of course, to maintain the performance, and this is done thanks to the power unit that is delivering 963 horsepower, 800 coming from the V12 aspirated engine, and 163 from the Curse. And the technology that has been applied here is taking support, inspiration from the expertise developed in our Formula One department. But coming back to the challenge, what has been done here was not only to take LaFerrari and remove the roof, but what we did here was to work heavily on the model, making some important changes that I would like to summarize in 3 of the most important one. Number 1, the chassis has been completely redeveloped with a clear objective to deliver the same torsional rigidity as LaFerrari, which you know with an open car is something difficult to achieve. The second important point is that all the aerodynamic of the car has been completely redesigned. It's hidden, but it's there, in order again to deliver the same drag figures as LaFerrari. And again, there is a completely innovative system that grants an open top aerodynamic comfort, so that driving the car, even in an open situation, you are not losing the comfort on board. So everything has been done in order to achieve the maximum possible performance, the maximum emotion to drive on a LaFerrari Aperta. And what this car is delivering, the performances are delivering, are something really stunning, which are highlighted on this chart, and you can go through. There are numbers that are really making this car a unique car in the market. Now again, I think that even more than talking, it's nice to see the car. So again, Paris, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with the LaFerrari Aperta. Again, the best way to look at the car is of course to see the real, but also to see the car in a dynamic condition. So let's see together the video.
Thank you.
LaFerrari Aperta. You are all invited to come with us to celebrate the 70th anniversary next year. Thank you for attending the press conference and the Forza Ferrari. Grazie a tutti.
Manzoni, più avanti, Guardate tutti qua, grazie. Qua, grazie. Guardate anche di là, guardate qua. Guardate anche verso di loro, per cortesia. No ragazzi, davanti non potete stare, scusate, no. Ancora da questa parte, grazie, qua. No. Guardate che c'è uno dietro.